Hello everyone, this is Rob, and today I'm setting up my older Bernina 2000 Artista 200 for straight stitching or piecing. And I wanted to go through and show you the Bernina way. And first we're going to discuss the straight stitch plate. And if we look at this plate, we see our markings. A 1/4 inch goes down the middle of this feed dog. And on the other side, the 1/4 inch is down the middle of this feed dog as well. And then we have 5/8 and 1/2 and all the different markings. And down here at the bottom, because I live in Europe, this is in centimeters. So you have a 10 millimeter, 20, 30, so on. So we're going to put the straight stitch plate on, and we know that the 1/4 inch, and if you look at this feed dog here, you'll see a little line in the middle right here of your feed dogs on both sides. That is your 1/4 inch line on this machine. So, but first we're using the straight stitch plates, so we have to come back up here, and you have to remember this is a 2003 machine. So we come up to our screen right here, and you notice I'm in the straight stitch. But we want to make sure that we never accidentally hit a zigzag or a decorative stitch because we're using the straight stitch needle plate. We press this button here with the little triangle and an exclamation point, and it has different widths of double needle, triple needle. Are you using a standard wing or double wing needle? But then it has your straight stitch plates. You have your 9 millimeter, which is, this is a 9 millimeter machine, which has beautiful decorative stitches. But it also, you can order separately a 5.5 millimeter stitch plate for narrower work. And of course we have the 0, which is the straight stitch plate. So we press the 0, and then we press OK. And this machine's a little bit slower because it's running Windows CE, because this machine is from 2003. But if we press like the zigzag here, even though we highlighted the zigzag, we still have a straight stitch. So it will never let you do anything larger than a straight stitch. So we'll go back to straight stitch just so that all of our settings are correct. This is your stitch width meter up here in millimeters, and this is your stitch length here. And then you have all kinds, but we'll go into that later. But because we're going to piece, we'll go back down here. And we'll zoom in here a little bit. We are going to use our 97 foot. This is for 9 millimeter Berninas. There's a 97D foot that I have for my 590 that has an opening for the dual feed. But this is a non-dual feed, so I have the standard 97 foot. So one of the great things about Bernina is the ease of changing feet. If I wasn't on camera. It's always when you're on camera it goes difficultly. But we have our foot here, and a little bit about this foot. We can lower a little bit, and we can zoom in a little bit more. And what I want to explain is, in your feed dogs, you have your 1/4 inch mark built into your feed dogs here, like I said. So the edge of this foot is a 1/4 inch. The inside of this foot here is 1/8 of an inch. And then here's a mark that is 1/8 of an inch for the left hand side. And then this inside here is a 1/4 inch for you. So that marks your foot. Also, you'll notice in the back you have notches. And right here in the arch here is a notch, which is, oh, I'm sorry, my hand's in the way. Right here in this foot is a mark. That's 1/4 inch before the needle. Then we have a notch on this side and a notch on this side as well, which tells you your needle position. And we have a notch back here and a small notch back here as well. That's a 1/4 inch after your needle. So that allows you for your precision piecing of like hexagons, triangles, 60, 45 degree, that you can start 1/4 inch in, stop before 1/4 inch. And to make sure this is correct, I have my trusty little piece of paper. Each one of these lines is a 1/4 inch apart. And this helps me line up. You can use this on older machines. But we put it in here and we lower our foot, and then we bring our needle, and it should touch that line perfectly. And there we go. We have it perfectly on the line. And you will notice on the outside here, you see your line, which means that that is a perfect 1/4 inch from the needle. So you've checked your foot to make sure it's manufactured correctly. So we raise that. And then if you're going to do a lot of chain piecing with this foot, it comes with a guide. So now we know this edge is a perfect 1/4 inch foot. So what we'll do is we'll add our guide, which is what I'm going to be doing, is some chain piecing. And one of the things is, if you start a 1/4 inch in and you end a 1/4 inch before, you need to lock your stitches. If your stitches are crossing, so like you're going to sew patches together and they cross, then you do not have to lock your stitches because the cross stitches will lock. So this machine is now ready to sew 1/4 inch seams.